Welcome back to On the Record. I'm here with Joe Quaglia, and we're going to be talking about the internet and everything that goes on it, including all these things called devices.
Yeah, it's Internet of Things, and it's the latest phenomenon that's catching the IT industry and the channel relative to this explosion of connected devices that most are predicting is going to expand to 50 billion devices by 2020. And so when you think about this explosion of devices, where does tech data and where does the channel benefit from this type of phenomenon? This is what I love about the IT industry. It continues to evolve every couple of years. It reinvents itself, and there's certainly
Every
no
couple
shortage.
of days, I thought it
Couple of
was.
days, yeah. And there's no shortage of opportunities in this market. And so when you think about the Internet of Things, you have to start thinking about how are we going to position ourselves to capitalize on this explosion of devices. And I would say we're in the early innings, if this was a baseball game, in terms of the number of devices out there. Tech data is in a large part in the middle of that ecosystem. With the number of devices that we distribute today on behalf of our vendor partners, we're a big part of that supply chain, and we're going to continue to serve that part for many years to come. But when you think about uniqueness and how we're going to evolve with it, we're going to be in the business of distributing healthcare devices, whereas years ago we would have never thought to be in the healthcare distribution business. Wearables are starting to change the way we look at connected devices and how we use them, both from a commercial and a consumer perspective.
And then you have your gaming people, and every one of them has, what, 30, 40 devices?
Yeah, I mean, the average human being has on average 6 devices that are already connected, and that's going to grow exponentially as well. As the home, you think about home controls and smart homes and sensors that are inside light bulbs that help provide more efficiencies in commercial buildings and in homes. So as this phenomenon continues and as the technology evolves, Rick's going to have here in Canada, he's going to have lighting systems in that LC that it's going to find its way into a commercial building through one of our partners. And our partner that does that could be an existing partner today, or could be a partner that all they do is home and lighting control, right? So this is where the market and the industry is moving to. We're positioned perfectly today, but we're excited about how it's going to evolve, not only tech data, but also our channel going forward.
So I grew up in the electrical industry, so electrical contractors, and I watched over the years how Tech Data and all the other people came in and took off all these products that they used to sell, and you did have, like, I mean, it was unbelievable for me. Like, when I started my business, I was all about working in the electrical because my whole family was, and they owned 2 of the 5 largest electrical contractors in the country. So it was exciting for me to see that I was able to move into this here. Right now what I see is you've got the vendors out there, and they're talking about what you're talking about. Obviously you're talking about it, but then we come to the problem where the MSPs, for the most part, they'll jump on board, but that's maybe 20% of what's in North America.
Mm-hmm.
The other 80%, and the ones who get out to all the small people who really need that help, they're not going to start. What would you say to them? Because, I mean, you know it's ridiculous that they don't do it. I know it. Rick knows it. We all know it. They all know it. But how are you going to kick them in the butt and make them do what they need to do?
Well, I think that's all part of our ability to enable the channel. We've prided ourselves on our coverage models worldwide, and our ability to go deep into the partner stack and evolve with them and enable them to do things that, quite honestly, are their core competencies, but they never thought of any one-step adjacencies to their existing business. It's our job to help enable that, and that's a big part of what we do today in a lot of our enablement services capabilities for our partners. So I would expect that's going to continue, but I would also expect that there's going to be a whole new group of partners, like we're seeing today in the cloud, born in the cloud partners, that didn't exist 4 years ago. We're going to see yet another evolving partner community that we're excited about that haven't even been born yet. And that's what's so exciting about this industry is the vast amount of opportunities. And what's unique about Tech Data is we get to leverage what we've done for 40 years, and we get to tweak it a little bit and leverage this amazing engine worldwide and enter new markets that help serve partners and their customers for the evolutions that will continue forever.
Terrific. I agree with you completely.
Great.
Thank you.
Robert, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.